Hello Seekers, welcome to Puneet's Astrology, your one-stop astro channel. Marriage is an integral part of life and it has been given a very important house called 7th house in Vedic astrology. In fact, there is a whole divisional chart called Navamsha chart which helps us understand how the marriage will be and how will be your married life. To understand the importance of this particular house and to understand what lies hidden in this house, I am going to bring forward few points and I hope it will be of interest to you. So stay tuned till the end to get to know much more about this special house. But before that, do not forget to hit like, subscribe and share and hit the bell icon so that you never miss another update. Spread the word of astrology, spread my videos to your social media, to your friends and family so that the knowledge of astrology reaches different houses. If you want to follow me on social media, you can follow me on the Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. The links are in the description box below. To take my consultation, you can drop me an email. The email ID is also in the description box below. So let's start with understanding of the house that is not about you. Seventh house is something that is very unique, very interesting because this represents something that is not you. If I have to talk about you and your identity, I have to go to your ascendant and I have to address the Rashi, the Nakshatra, the planets on that particular house. Ascendant is all about your identity, your personality, how you will behave, how the transit will happen, how to read the horoscope. Everything is from ascendant. It's the rising star, it's the starting point. But when you go to the 7th house, you are exactly 180-degree opposite to the ascendant. And what is so special in being not you that this has been given the house of marriage? How can you survive with a person who is not you, who is not like you? What is so special? What does astrology teach about marriage? We will discuss on this. 7th house has been said to be Vivah Bhav, house of marriage, and all marriages are said to be seen from this particular zone of horoscope. Where the 7th house lord sits, what nakshatra 7th house lord in, what are the aspects on the 7th house, do you have Mars in the 7th house, do you have Ketu, is there a Saturn aspect, is 7th house in Papkartari, how is the 7th house from moon? All these aspects are very, very important for marriage. But if you see, the 7th house is always opposite in nature. Let us say Aries ascendant. If you are Aries ascendant, Aries defines passion, enthusiasm. Aries defines one-sided approach. Aries defines something to start, something to begin. It's a totally Martian zone. On the other hand, the 7th house from Aries is Libra. Libra is exactly opposite of Aries. The properties of Libra do not match with Aries. Libra is all about balance. Libra is about harmony. If Aries is about war, Libra is about peace. Libra is about truce. Libra is a Venusian zodiac sign. If Aries is male, Libra is female. This contrasting behavior can be said as lock and key mechanism. One is a lock and the other is a key. Lock and key are opposite things and it's the key that opens the lock. Lock is useless without the key and the key has no meaning if there is no matching lock to it. And that is why the 1st house and the 7th house, in spite of being totally different in the properties, do not hold its meaning if I don't see them in correlation. They supplement each other. How? When I talk about Aries, if you are hot-headed, if you are passionate about something, you need to have a partner that balances this passion. If the partner is also having an Aries kind of nature, and I'm not talking about that your wife should be exactly of the opposite zodiac sign or your husband should be, it's not like that. It's a basic understanding, the fundamental architecture. What does astrology talks to us? That in spite of the opposite nature, opposite polarity, in fact 180-degree opposite polarity, they support each other. And that is what is the institution of marriage. What do we try to find in marriage? The person who is like us, a replica of us, someone who can always support in our methods and our goals. But what about the reciprocation to it? Because if Venus has to support Mars, Mars has to support Venus. And that is what they do. Let's talk about the elements. Aries is fire zodiac. Libra is air. It could have been water, it could have been earth, it could have been fire. But no, the opposite zodiac is air zodiac. But the opposite of fire is water, right? But no, the opposite element is not an enemy, but it is a supportive of the first house. So fire needs air, oxygen to burn, to exist, and air fans the fire. Air enhances the fire, and because the fire breaks out, there is smoke, there is different, you can say the fire brings the expansion of air, and both somehow being totally unrelated, totally different in nature, supports their existence. This is a basic understanding that we see from the horoscope. Again, if you have a Cancer ascendant, your 7th house has Capricorn. Capricorn is a earth sign, whereas Cancer is a water sign. Cancer is very emotional, Capricorn is practical. Cancer talks about home, Capricorn talks about work. Totally different. But imagine why they are placed like this. Because the fusion of these two in a home is necessary to maintain the balance. And that is why to maintain the balance, the 7th house has to be very different but supportive. Water will support the earth, and the earth holds the water. Water makes the earth fertile, whereas water, like in a river or an ocean, is bounded by the boundaries of the earth. So earth is the container of water, and water is the source of life. So this is a basic understanding that the horoscope gives us, that when we are looking something in the partner, when we are looking for marriage, we are looking for something that is not us, that can support us, and what can we support there. The existence becomes unified, and this unified existence is what comes from the astrology. Now, you must be having partner who will have a different ascendant, different zodiac sign. But the basic understanding of astrology is not saying you that you should always have a partner, that is, your 7th lord should be her ascendant or the 7th lord should be his ascendant. Rather, it says that understand this contrasting nature, because this is the architecture of life. If you understand this, and if you apply in your marriage, any kind of marriage can get resolved. And remember, it's always a two-sided approach. It's never one-sided. So guys, this was a basic understanding of the 7th house and its correlation with the first house. Drop your comments on the comment section. I am sure you must be having some interesting points to share. Do share those points. This is a kind of a video which helps enthusiasts, basic learners of astrology understand the properties of horoscope. I hope you like this, and if you like, do not forget to hit like, subscribe and share, and hit the bell icon so that you never miss another update. This is your host Puneet. Let's meet in the next video. Till then, namaste.